What if I told you that one of the world's most popular drinks was never supposed to exist? Every day, billions of people open a bottle of soda without thinking about where it all began. But the first soda wasn't created by Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or any famous company. It wasn't made by a chef looking for the perfect recipe. It was born from curiosity, science, and one unexpected accident. And the man behind it had no idea he was about to change the world forever. The story begins in England during the 1700s. At that time, scientists were discovering things that had never been understood before. One of those scientists was Joseph Priestley. He wasn't rich, and he wasn't trying to invent a new drink. He simply loved asking questions about the world around him. While most people ignored ordinary things, Priestley believed that even the smallest mystery could lead to an incredible discovery. That curiosity would soon change history in a way no one could imagine. One day, Joseph Priestley visited a brewery near his home. At first, it seemed like an ordinary place. Workers carried heavy wooden barrels, the smell of fresh beer filled the air, and large tanks quietly fermented day and night. But while everyone else focused on making beer, Priestley noticed something completely different. A strange invisible gas kept rising from the fermenting barrels. The workers ignored it because they believed it was useless. Priestley didn't. He couldn't take his eyes off it. The more he watched, the more convinced he became that this invisible gas was hiding an important secret waiting to be discovered. Joseph Priestley couldn't stop thinking about the strange gas rising from the beer. Instead of ignoring it like everyone else, he decided to bring the mystery into his laboratory. He carefully collected the gas and placed a bowl of fresh water above the fermenting beer, hoping something unusual would happen. At first, nothing changed. Minutes passed in complete silence. Then, tiny bubbles slowly began to appear inside the water. Priestley watched in amazement as more and more bubbles filled the bowl. It was unlike anything he had ever seen before. Without realizing it, he had just created the world's first artificially carbonated water, the first step toward every sparkling drink we enjoy today. Priestley carefully poured the sparkling water into a glass and took his first sip. The taste was unlike anything he had ever experienced. It wasn't sweet, and it wasn't bitter. Tiny bubbles danced across his tongue, creating a fresh and slightly sharp feeling. It was unusual, but it was exciting. Priestley immediately realized he had discovered something completely new. He wrote down every detail of the experiment, hoping other scientists could repeat it. At that moment, he wasn't thinking about business or fame. He simply wanted to share a scientific discovery with the world. At that time, many people believed natural mineral water could heal sickness. Since Priestley's sparkling water looked similar to water from famous mineral springs, some scientists wondered if it could have the same benefits. Ships sailing across the oceans often ran out of fresh drinking water, and disease spread quickly among sailors. Priestley hoped his invention might become a safer source of drinking water during long sea voyages. He wasn't trying to create a refreshing drink. He believed he might be helping solve a serious problem. Joseph Priestley had made an incredible scientific discovery, but he never tried to turn it into a business. He shared his method with other scientists because he believed knowledge should belong to everyone. Years later, another man looked at the same invention and saw something completely different. His name was Jacob Schweppe, a skilled Swiss watchmaker with a passion for innovation. While others saw an interesting experiment, Schweppe saw an opportunity that could change the way people drank forever. In the late 1700s, Jacob Schweppe became obsessed with one challenge: how could he produce sparkling water in large quantities? Creating a few bottles in a laboratory was one thing, but making thousands of bottles for people around the world was a completely different problem. Schweppes spent years improving the technology, designing better machines, and finding a way to make carbonated water more affordable. Finally, in 1783, he created a company in Geneva, Switzerland, and began selling artificially carbonated mineral water. For the first time, ordinary people could enjoy a drink that once existed only inside scientific experiments. Soon, sparkling water became more than a scientific curiosity. Wealthy people in Europe started drinking it at elegant gatherings and believed it was a modern and healthy choice. Doctors and scientists continued studying carbonated water because many people thought it could have medical benefits. The strange drink that began inside a laboratory was slowly becoming part of everyday life. But the biggest transformation was still ahead. People would soon discover that sparkling water could become something completely different when new flavors and ingredients were added. For many years, sparkling water was enjoyed exactly as it was, clear, simple, and without any flavor. But people wanted something more. They began experimenting by adding natural ingredients like fruit juices, herbs, and sweeteners. Slowly, a new idea was born. What if sparkling water could become not just a scientific drink, but something fun, refreshing, and enjoyable? This simple change opened the door to a completely new industry. The future of soda was no longer just about bubbles. It was about creating a taste people would remember. By the 1800s, carbonated drinks were becoming more popular around the world. New companies started producing flavored sparkling beverages and selling them to a much larger audience. What started as a small scientific experiment in Joseph Priestley's laboratory had transformed into a global business. The simple combination of water, bubbles, and flavor created a new type of drink that would continue evolving for generations. The age of modern soda had officially begun. During the late 1800s, soda began changing its image. In the beginning, many people saw carbonated drinks as something connected to science and health. But slowly, companies discovered that these drinks could be more than just a product from a pharmacy. They could be refreshing, enjoyable, and part of everyday life. New brands started appearing, creating unique flavors and unforgettable identities. The simple idea of adding bubbles to water had grown into one of the biggest beverage industries in human history. As the popularity of soda grew, competition became stronger. Companies began searching for flavors and designs that people would never forget. Some drinks became famous not only because of their taste, but because of their stories, advertisements, and connection with everyday life. The small discovery of carbonated water had created a world where a simple bottle could become a symbol recognized by millions of people. Soda was no longer just a drink. It had become a part of modern culture. More than 200 years earlier, Joseph Priestley was only trying to understand a mysterious gas rising from a brewery. He had no idea that his experiment would become the beginning of a global industry. From that first glass of sparkling water, generations of inventors, scientists, and companies continued improving the idea. They added new flavors, created better bottles, and found new ways to share these drinks with millions of people. What started as a simple scientific curiosity became one of the most recognizable parts of modern life. Today, every time we open a bottle of soda, we are experiencing the result of a journey that began centuries ago. A simple experiment with an invisible gas led to a discovery that changed the way the world drinks. Joseph Priestley never became famous for creating soda, and he never imagined how far his idea would travel. But every invention has a beginning, and every beginning has a story. The story of soda began with curiosity, a glass of water, and a few unexpected bubbles. What began as a simple scientific experiment became one of the world's most popular drinks. From a few tiny bubbles in Joseph Priestley's laboratory to billions of bottles enjoyed across the globe, every sip carries a remarkable history. Because every invention has a beginning. And every beginning has a story. If you enjoyed discovering this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join Beyond Beginning for more incredible stories behind the world's greatest inventions.